I guess I'll start with just 3 minutes about myself. For those who don't know me as well as others. My name's Ian Corrigan, and for the last 30 or 35 years or so, I've been involved in the neo-pagan and occult movements in North America, moving from kind of general book-taught teen occult weirdo through traditional witchcraft and into festival paganism in the 80s, and from there making my way to Arnriach Fan for the last 20 plus years. ADF has been my primary spiritual path and primary ritual practice after a couple of years of doing Wiccan rites on Saturday night and ADF sacrifices on Sunday afternoon. And so because of that, I've kind of been with ADF's ritual development from the beginning. And I'll give you my usual rap on ADF. ADF was grown backwards for a religion. Most religions, a prophet has some powerful, or adept has some powerful spiritual vision, and they craft a series of religious rituals and ideas around that, and they spread those out, and eventually they die and their inheritors form a bureaucracy to maintain and transmit that teaching down the ages. Well, in ADF's case, our founder had a vision of a powerful bureaucracy that could sustain and carry neo-paganism into future generations, even after the founding generation had passed away. And that's what he and the really original folks, of which I was not one, the really original folks in ADF set about doing. We're still living inside that framework. You ever see those, you ever see the modern science? They just grew some guy an ear. And they did it by creating what do they call it when you're sculpting? An armature out of cartilage-like material, plastic really, and then using stem cells to grow the flesh on it until it was a living ear that they could sew on. Really, I think we've done pretty much that. I think we built a skeleton early, and slowly we've been growing the flesh of our system, the spiritual flesh and blood of our system as a result of our work for all of these years. When I joined ADF, I've been busy doing occultism in both a kind of Western traditional magic way and also in a Wiccan and neo-pagan sort of way for some while. And of course, Isaac, our founder, was very interested in thaumaturgy and practical magic as well. But for probably the first 10 years of ADF, there was diddle all of that sort of thing in our work. We were busy establishing our patterns of worship, not only in terms of figuring out what one of our rituals looked like, I think, but also in making our first outreaches to and contacts with the gods and spirits. This sort of thing happens, this sort of thing in my opinion succeeds because the efforts of moderns, no matter how halting, when they are repeated with sincerity and diligence, do produce an answer from the gods and spirits. And I believe that we are in the course of receiving that answer in maybe the last 10 years or so of ADF's history, and that really we're just seeing, you know, 2 leaves at the top of the sprout at this point in our growth. So hopefully sessions like this where we analyze some of the more esoteric ideas surrounding ritual and religion will help to cultivate that.